Hello, everyone, and welcome to our conversation with Sara Mesfer. This conversation is part of the film program of Fire Walk with Her at Warehouse 41 in partnership with Cinema Aqil. Sara Mesfer is a up-and-coming young Saudi director and writer based in Jeddah. Her film, Girls Who Burn the Night, was screened at Palm Springs Shorts. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Palm Springs
Shorts. And it was a beautiful occasion where we just had got out of this pandemic, and it was lovely to see Saudi films being screened in such a prestigious short film event. How was that for you, Sara? How did you feel at the screening?
It was the first time for the film برا منطقة عربية برا الميدل إيست. The first time was in Cairo International Film Festival. بعدين كان في السعودية. For this time was different. You're traveling all the way to a different culture, different language. It felt amazing. That you actually, in these moments you actually get more personal with the film انت نفسك, because you feel كأنك لسه قاعدة تتعرض عند مجموعة أكبر أو audience أكثر. usually ما عندي تعليقات كثيرة من الناس يسألوني how do you feel about screening a film in such a festival أو كده, لأني I just walk out of the door وما أرجع إلا بعد ما ينتهي screening because I have to be in the Q&A. Like the moment itself, I've never felt it because I rather just walk out of the door. Yeah.
That's beautiful. The only reason I'm asking is because I met you shortly after the screening, and I saw how buzzing you were and how excited you were that this audience connected with your film and enjoyed the movie and connected to the themes of the movie. How do you think your background informed the film, and why do you think international audiences also connect with the film?
عشان it's always like film stocks personal على صعيد شخصي that connects everyone. It doesn't matter so many people actually, especially برا نطاق عربي وculture عربية, they had so many questions because I did not answer all the questions in the film. زي مثلا ليش بقالة ما هي مسموحة أو ليش ما قدروا يطلعوا البقالة. It felt like an answers all the way بدون أجوبة. بس receiving the film أو until the end of the film, the main theme was the fight of something very, like I can call it ما هو حتى سخيف بس very reachable yet very far to reach. Everyone somehow relates to such a theme. Everyone at some point in their life they feel like this is so easy, why can I get this. فبغض النظر عن الكونتكست حقه الاجتماعي أو الثقافي, still they connected to the same thing of wanting something very bad and cannot get to that thing. I think it's always somehow كل قصة you relate to it. Even if you watch a film about divorce and you've never got married before, you'll still relate to it somehow, because if the character felt مثلا unwanted at certain point in the film, you probably felt unwanted at some point in your life. So it's always you relate and connect to the film somehow in a way or another. So that's what happened.
Was this based on something that you really wanted to do and you couldn't do it?
You
want to talk about it?
Yeah, of course. It's دائما أتسأل, was it you who you couldn't get to the grocery shop? It was like, no, it is me who couldn't get to so many things.
So many things, yeah, exactly.
So many things, literally. It is, of course, because the more you, I don't know how to express myself in words, honestly. At some point in my life, استوعبت إنه I see life كده as scenes and different scenes وكده أشياء not connected to each other, and that somehow drove me طبعا to films. I do express myself with this, and I'm always frustrated, I'm always angry, especially في ده العمر. طبعا now is like a more يعني I'm not accepting more يعني of this, and I'm accepting it. بس كيف كنت مثلا of course كteenager is nothing like now.
I know exactly what you mean.
Literally like I was like, is this me يعني تعرف لما انت صغيرة وتقولي حكبر وأغير العالم, I'm sure I'm the one who's gonna change it, ولا ليش كل الكبار لما يكبروا يضعفوا at some point and you don't understand it's not ضعف, it's other things, it's more you see it in a bigger perspective. طبعا كل ما تكبري كل ما يصير عندك أشياء تخافي تخسريها أكثر. وأنت صغيرة يعني لو أزمن يحرقنا ليل لو رحتي وحركت استراحة كاملة إيش حيصير يعني في النهاية you're a kid, what's the worst can happen. ما حد حياخدك بجدية أو يعني عواقبك ما هي وخيمة وتعدي. بس لما تكبري خلاص تبدأ تستوعب قديش في ثقل عليك و you cannot do everything. وفي يصير أشياء أكثر يعني you consider
consequences.
Exactly. يعني أفتكر I think was in مو high school, يمكن في آخر سنة متوسط أو شيء زي كده. I stayed في البيت يعني except طبعا المدرسة السنة كاملة ما خرجت ولا مكان من باب إنه because my family wanted me to do something that I did not want to do. فما قلت لا, بس somehow this is how my reaction was كده كيف تمرت على ده الشيء إنه because if I want something I'm gonna do it وأنا أصغر. في just سنة كاملة في البيت I was like I'm not going anywhere unless I get what I want, and I got what I want at the end. فالآن لما أرجع وأشوف نفسي would I do this طبعا you cannot of course يعني come on.
Yeah.
1 year like you have to make a living and so many things. So I was like I did that يعني because somehow it reminded me of myself في عمر أصغر because I love this feeling of you relate to it somehow إنه عندك أسئلة وحاسة إنه ما في أجوبة و no one is making sense around you. وطبعا وانت كبير خلاص يصير ما في شيء certain وخلاص everyone صح وغلط, كل أحد فعليا صح بطريقته الخاصة. بس وانت صغيرة كل أحد غلط وانت الصح you're the only one who's making a sense. So I wanted to make a film about character that she only makes a sense يعني to herself.
Right. And what kind of research did you do when you were writing the film? Like what kind of research did you like solely base it on yourself? Did you talk to young people? What else?
كان somehow unfolding memories of myself with the younger يعني connecting to my inner child أكثر يعني the changes I had to make مع الكاركترز أو مثلا يعني forward in the film طبعا كانت على آخر دراك في الفيلم. I don't call it a research but more of like الشخصيات نفسها في الفيلم بدأت تتغير based on the girls that I got يعني ممثلات جنى قمري وهيا مرعبي. I based the film more about them, how do they feel in this. يعني actually Haya is the girl يعني the younger girl was exactly herself in the film. She's this kid.
Yeah.
She is for somehow يعني this is what we made in the last draft إنه طريقة الكلام أو how she feels or how she reacts is exactly the two girls how they're feeling because أول شيء they're non-professional actors. So you cannot يعني I personally think working with non-professional actors طبعا is the best you can do ever, and you connect more to them and you feel them more and they're honest and they're more themselves more on the screen. We did changes based on their characters their dialogues how they speak and في البداية كان الفيلم نجدي يعني كلغة وحوارا. بعدين we tried هل نقدر يعني نخلي اللهجة بيضة because it was حجازي at the end when it got made. فصار لا إنه إذا صار في لهجة بيضة صار في اصطناع somehow ما صار في طبيعة. فلا رجعنا فيعني we made it with them كيف فعلا يعني they react to
specialized it for them. You made it like a business.
Exactly. This is the last thing يعني for the background and stuff mostly يعني I based it on things that I see أو لما نطلع الديرة في الإجازات and everything around you.
It seemed like a really healing process. Come on.
the film.
The writing of the film.
The writing of the film يعني it got into so many drafts يعني كان so many drafts would kept changing. The more you write, the more you realize stuff about yourself. How do you feel about this? Or you connect to yourself more, and this is what I love يعني. Especially لو تشوف مثلا أول draft for the film and the last draft, they look nothing like each other.
Of course, but it's also beautiful when you can, because I did a writing course last year also during the pandemic, and I realized that from all the classroom, the more personal story gets, the more you feel what this person is trying to say, you know, like when you have a very personal story and then you work on, it's your personal story, and then the farther you go in the drafts, the more it separates from you. Yeah, does that make sense? It's kind of, it becomes its own story by itself, but in the beginning it's like, this is me. And
exactly, this is what I love يعني. It's an interesting combination. تبدي تبعدي وتصير it's more about the character itself يعني مثلا عن سلسبيل ووسن أكثر من إنه عن سارة. فعشان كده بيسألوني is this a personal story? And it's like it's a personal feeling but not a personal story. The story تخص جنى وهيا والعالم اللي هم انحطوا فيه. And this is exactly what you said.
So Haya's like rage is just there as a kid. She's just in that hyper angry mode all the time.
All the time. يعني حتى في moments in the film يعني script wise she wasn't supposed to be this way يعني تطلع وتنزل. But she couldn't and she wasn't, and this is how she felt about it. ولو مثلا when try have, and she's very smart, all of them they're very smart. When you try to say مثلا طب let's try أو يعني في هذه المرة I think شوية أنت فقدتي أمل أو كان الموضوع أصعب الآن من إنك تكوني مندفعة. She's like no, it doesn't make a sense, she just did that to me, and I was like وتبدأ like تتكلم how she sees it, and because I want it to be more real and I want it to be and I want them to be there more than me myself Sarah. That's why at the end when we made the film كانت most of the time you see سلسبيل is always mad, is always like, and somehow in one line she does not give up. ما تحس بلحظات ضعف. No, she's always there, she's always trying, and she somehow got it at the end.
Yeah, I definitely felt that feeling when I was watching the movie. I'm just like, oh, she's so angry. I used to be like her. Just angry all the time. And my mom used to tell me, خلاص ارتاحي رنين, مش لازم تكوني معصبة طول الوقت. I'm just like, everything is so bad. I have to be angry.
Yeah. It's like it's صغيرة مو فاهمة شيء اهدي. And it's like no, I feel like I understand.
Yeah, but this is like I don't think I've ever seen, at least in my circle, a director care so much about the actors' feelings. Is that something that you just inherently felt like you had to do, or is this like something that you learned you have to take into consideration?
Feeling من أي ناحية؟ إنه
يعني أنت قاعد تقولي لي إنه الأكتر قاعد يقرأ سكريبت وقاعد يقول لك لا أنا ما حسوي كذا أنا حسوي كذا. And I think if it was a professional actor, they wouldn't be so honest with you.
Yeah.
Just do what you're telling them to do. وانتي like professional director حتقولي لها لا هذا فيلمي يعني like you do what I want you to do. So
and this is how I say it's right.
So how did you make that like compromise كdirector? الدايركتور ايجو دايما شيء الناس يتكلموا عنه. So انتي
because somehow I wanted أول شيء عمري ما حقدر أكون يعني مهما حاولت أتقمص أو أعيش أو إني I connected more to my inner child أو النسخة المراهقة مني. خلاص this is way past me. أنا أكبر الآن. أنا في perspective مختلف, في عمر مختلف, وحتى بكلام ولهجة مختلفة عن وقت تصوير الفيلم من نفس الشخصيات الفيلم. But if I force something that I see, it wouldn't be as natural and honest as اللي هم شايفينه. يعني and because it was mostly especially إنه الشخصيات نفسها متقاربة يعني مثلا جنى الأخت الكبيرة أهدى and she thinks before she does something و she considers people feelings يعني جدتها يعني أوكي حتى لو بروح البقالة بس جدتي ما تبغى وما تسوى عليها يعني أزعلها في نهاية اليوم حستنى وحشوف متى حسويها بس السبيل يعني she puts herself first وما she does not connect أو مثلا تحس إنه فكرة إنه مشاعرها مرتبطة بالشيء اللي أنا أبغاه إحنا كل شيء مختلف فكل شخصية فعلا كانوا هم ف they know better than me in this يعني حتى لو كان somehow I connect لجنى أو I connect لهيا إنه كcharacters بس they are more the characters than me they know how is it
this kind of thinking منك ولا من دراستك ولا somebody told you to behave this way? That's what I want to know.
No, just your gut's telling you this is the right thing to do, especially إنه أصغر يعني وبعدين في مرات مو إنه I was like مثلا this is يعني خلاص go ahead and do this all the time. في مرات I was like no do this يعني sometimes I pushed for this to happen ومرات زبط ومرات you can see it's not real يعني if you see it is like no I rather have something I don't like يعني I didn't see it من البداية fits to the story إنه it's not fitting I would rather have it than being ما هو حقيقي أو مصطنع أو مفتعل ف I rather have this than إنه I have my script كده on screen.
That's cool. I like that a lot. I'm excited to see more.
وبعدين مراهقات يعني أو البنات الأصغر if I somehow push them to do what I want يعني حرفيا حينقلبوا ضدي يعني.
كيف كان الريليشنشيب بينهم؟ كانوا يعرفوا بعض من قبل ولا؟
كانوا somehow يعني بينهم علاقة يعني صاحبتها أخت صاحبتها يعني somehow they know each other but they got closer يعني أكثر في الفيلم ف it was nice يعني زبطت.
Yeah, they have really beautiful chemistry on screen.
They do.
And it's so cute to see the older sister like just really get like tired and like worried and you know think about everybody. She's like I'm thinking about my mom, thinking about the house, I'm thinking about my sister, I'm thinking about the driver, I'm thinking about everybody.
That's why.
Yeah, and that's such an older sister thing. Like I feel that come on, like I'm the older sister and I'm just like too much responsibility.
صح, you would consider people feelings more يعني more.
It's very much يعني this is how the older sister thinks, this is how the younger sibling thinks always.
Though it's the opposite, at least معايا أنا الأكبر أختي الأصغر I think we're the opposite of that.
Wow, okay, beautiful.
Yeah. دوبي استوعبت قاعدة أتخيل أختي وتخيلني لا I think we're the opposite of that.
I think somebody always has to take the role of taking care of everybody.
صح, yeah.
أيوة, yeah, that's definitely my role. كذا I'm always like تعالوا صيروا أصحاب. So did you have any goals when you made this movie and do you feel like you achieved them?
Yeah, and I wanted it to be seen and I want the film to be out. I wanted to express myself يعني honestly I do films for myself قبل الأحد يعني I do what I want to see on screen يعني ف it might not be يعني a right thing or like about يعني I had this conversation with someone قريب and it's like you do films for people, you don't do it for yourself, and it's like ما أعرف أحس like I do it first for myself and to express myself or I want to see something يعني.
هم قالوا لك أنتي إنه you do
أيوة they were talking إنه الشخص كان يقول إنه you do films for the people to watch it يعني not for yourself, not what do you want what do you want to see. He's like no I feel like I do films for myself what I want to see to express myself يعني it's really the only form that I can express myself فيه يعني it's the only reason it's keeping me alive يعني literally so when I did it was like I want to express myself يعني.
Yeah, you make the films that you want to see.
Exactly, I make the films that I want to see and I relate to it and I can
and then you hope that other people also want to see the same film.
So I hope. I hope.
Like if I want to see this أكيد في ناس غيري يبغوا يتفرجوا.
But then no one wants to see it.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty rare, but it happens, I guess. أيوة. Are you excited?
بس يعني it was.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, بس كما قلنا بس يعني ما توقعت. I didn't expect it to go all these places صراحة. It was like يعني في نهاية my thesis film يعني.
Yeah.
مع إنه يعني so many things happened on the way يعني في making it. It wasn't easy at all. It was a hell تقريبا. Somehow I did not expect that, but I'm happy it's here يعني.
You made the film like على حافة when movies were allowed, starting to get allowed, ولا بعده بشوي?
I think ما
like
كان
cinemas.
إنه cinemas. I don't think so. I can't remember. أنا سيئة في التواريخ وربط الأشياء ببعضها بس I don't think so.
Like why was it hell?
It's hell until this moment يعني. It's not easy. It's hell until this moment. It's يعني getting permissions. يعني حتى لو مو logistics part of it يعني تنزل الشارع and you shoot, still no one is used to this getting people to act with you. أشياء كثير. It's very يعني it's very difficult. It's not easy. فما أنا عمري ما حسيت إنه مثلاً أكيد وجود السينما it's helpful يعني في النهاية if you want to do a film you want to see it في السينما بس the process of it the logistics part of it I don't think it's easier. It's still difficult of course.
I didn't know that. I thought خلاص كل شيء صار سهل.
What? No.
ما I don't make movies.
يعني
I don't.
أسهل of course يعني somehow أسهل يعني بس or maybe it's not. Maybe يمكن لما كان ما في سينما أو مثلا ما في كل هذه process it was easier when you go and shoot وخلاص.
ممكن. I mean
it's both ways.
I can say like making art shows without because I work as a curator, making art shows without taking permission was a lot because there was nobody to take permission from. It was
exactly فأسهل. Yeah.
That's interesting to think about that. It's like the parallel in all the other creative scenes as well. Are you excited for the Red Sea Film Festival?
I am because يعني I'm tired of traveling just to attend the film festival. يعني it's just like I drive my own car and go. Of course it feels different يعني. Well, I'm excited because يعني I'm having my new film there as well يعني.
Oh yeah, amazing. Is it also a short?
It's a short as well. Of course يعني it's لأنه it was supposed to be screened سنة كورونا بس يعني it got cancelled.
Okay, so you filmed it before pandemic.
Yes, it was like على شرف يعني. Like I was done with it. I was done with the edits and everything. بعدين حصلت البانديميك فبefore. يعني it's been 1 year now أو أكثر يعني. I'm excited to see it يعني.
Were you tempted to play with it when you were sitting at home during the pandemic?
It's ما هو it's I can't do that because it's no.
I have some friends that worked on movies and then they were supposed to release it and then because they had 2 years of like nothing they just like changed everything.
Play with it and everything. يعني I wish I had that صراحة. I think مرة كان حيصير أفضل لأنه when you see something as كده fresh eye especially إنه كان like a very like tight timeline schedule and everything so I think كان حيكون أفضل بكثير بس ما كان عندي this privilege to do
only this is your second movie?
This يعني
technically
كان في the shorts that you do for the courses في الأيوة. I had عندي one docu-fiction and I have another one بس they were easier يعني حتى in the making يعني you shoot مثلا visuals and you do a voice over أو usually you shoot yourself. بس these two films أكتر يعني it's like big production. The second one, not the first one. The second one is like big production, like funded. ما هو إنه it's like it's a high budget still يعني it's an indie film بس إنه يعتبروا أكبر إنتاجيا.
Yeah, you have a lot more to go. Yeah, you have a lot more films that you're going to make. I'm sure you have a list of ideas that you need to make that you're ready to make.
a lot لدرجة يعني قريب برضه I submitted to Red Sea Fund. It's like I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this. What do I do? حرفيا صرت أخذ هذا العالم من هذه الشخصية من this theme and puts them all in one film so I can do something يعني at least شيء واحد حاليا. بس I do have a lot of things. Somehow you make one film بس different style and way طول حياتك بس كله revolves around the same thing somehow.
Yeah.
يعني
There's going to be another short. Are you ready to move on?
I'm aiming for another short but I've already started developing the feature. It's because it takes time.
Yeah, of course. I really felt like Girls Who Burnt the Night. I was ready for more. Like after it ended, I was like, and then what happened to these girls? I just got attached to them. I think I related to them. And I was just like, بعدين يعني. It was like really the first time that I felt like I was seeing myself at a screen. A lot of times I watch Saudi movies and I'm like, I don't relate to this character at all. So, I mean, other people relate to them, أكيد.
Yeah, I feel the same. And this is the same thing. في جاني مرة سؤالي طب what happened to the girls after this? And it's like exactly nothing. يعني this is it. This is it يعني ما يتغير شيء العالم ما يتحسن ما تنفتح البيبان ولا تتنعطى الأشياء. It's just the same. ما يتغير ولا شيء.
Yeah, that's a really powerful scene actually. The end, like it's
the ending scene.
Aywa, it's intense. You let us sit with it for a really long time. Yani it's like this is the life.
It's funny كده got developed في أشياء كان ما كان ورود كان شيء آخر. Then it was like I love the idea of flowers because شيء يستخدموه كده في معاني رقيقة أو شايفة لما يعطوك كده أشياء كمان كامرأة ليك تاخذي اللون البينك وتاخذي الورود وتاخذي القلوب وتاخذي الأشياء اللي مرة لطيفة. That's nice when you use the same symbolism and you do the opposite of it, like something violently أكثر. And it's somehow related to the grandmother. This flowers, it's like the flowers of the grandmother.
Right.
Somehow it's like a statement to her or something. كان فستان كان أشياء كان different things كان الاستراحة بكبرها بعدين يلين it reached the end خلاص the flowers.
I think it was a good option, like a good decision. Because I felt like the movie gave me what I needed. Like I didn't need to think about what does she mean at this point, like what's like it was telling me the story, but then في النهاية to have something symbolic, something that people have to think about, something that's a little bit more mysterious than the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful way to end it, where you're just like, and then nothing, you know?
Exactly, literally, and then nothing.
Okay. Thank you, Sara, so much for having this wonderful discussion with me. It was truly a pleasure to have you as a part of the Cinema Aqil series, Fire Walk with Her. And I really felt like fire were walking with your characters. And thank you so much, Bathina and Luz, for giving me this opportunity. And Sara, I'm really excited to see what you have coming up next.
Thank you, Reneen. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Cinema Aqil, Luz, Bathina. I really enjoyed this.